Hey guys, Claudius here. Ayaka has been the best healer in global for quite a while now. And right now, Lotus Mage Fina is out. So the question is, who is better? Is it Lotus Mage Fina or is it Ayaka? I'm going to compare the two of them and we'll find out who is the better one. Let's start the comparison with a status comparison between CG Fina and Ayaka, and I have laid down here. So first I have the base stats of both CG Fina and Ayaka, including the pots. As you can see here, CG Fina has 2 less HP than Ayaka, 14 more MP than Ayaka, 6 more attack than Ayaka. Well, attack's stats are not used for healers anyway. And then CG Fina has 2 less defense stats than Ayaka, 13 more magic stats than Ayaka, and 6 more spirit stats than Ayaka. For a healer, the spirit is the more important one because that's what most of the modifiers are going to be based upon. But when you're using a curing spell, you're going to use magic stats as a part, to contribute to a small part of the modifier too. So in this case, in terms of the base stats, including the pots, CG Fina wins over Ayaka. Moving on to the passive, you can see here that CG Fina has 45% HP passive, Ayaka has 20% HP passive. So CG Fina has 25% more HP passive. MP passive, CG Fina has 40% and Ayaka has 30% MP passive. And moving on, CG Fina also has an innate magic passive stats for 30%, and when she's equipped with a rod or a whip, she gets an additional 50% for either rod or whip. And she also has 30% spirit passive, and when CG Fina is equipped with a staff or a bow, she gets additional 50% increase in spirit passive. Whereas for Ayaka has 30% innate spirit passive and 50% boost in spirit when equipped with staff. So in this part here, CG Fina wins too. And moving on, we have an MP refresh. Both of them has a 5% MP refresh. And in addition, CG Fina has 100% LB gauge fill rate. CG Fina's limit burst will require you to be filled with 27 limit burst crystal, and Ayaka's limit burst needs 56 limit burst crystal to be filled out. And as you can see here, based on the passive alone, Lotus Mage Fina or CG Fina definitely blows Ayaka away. She has such a really great passive here, guys, that is just simply greater than Ayaka. And then moving on, we have a status resistance. So the most important status ailment that you would want for any unit is actually sleep, paralysis, confuse, and stone. And basically with those status immunity, your unit will not be able to be immobilized. And CG Fina has 100% status immunity against sleep, silence, paralysis, and stone, petrified. And this is actually quite good enough. She only lacks confuse. When she's confused, she will lose a turn because she will auto attack the enemy. And Ayaka, she has 100% status immunity against silence, paralysis, confuse, petrify, and stop, guys. It's an enfeeblement, but she is right now the only unit that is immune against stop. Yeah, what she lacks is an immunity against sleep ailment. And to be honest with you, between sleep or confuse, I would rather to have a confuse to have immunity against confuse than sleep, because like if you're confused you lose a turn because like you will do an auto attack, and if you're asleep your party members still can wake you up and you can still move after that. And on top of that, Ayaka also has 100% stop resistance. So in this case, Ayaka wins in the status element department. Both CG Fina and Ayaka have the same skills that would turn them into great healers. Well, first we have, both of them have Libra. It is not a healing skill, but it is something to support your team to check the enemy's stats, HP, weakness, and things like that. And they have Esunaga, cure all status elements except Petrify. Dispelga will remove all status effects from all enemies. Not many units have Dispelga. Full Life will enable her to revive one KO'd ally with 100% HP. And Re-Raise, this is the skill that makes them great. With Re-Raise, they will be able to put auto revive on a single unit, and since this is a magic skill, she can use, both of them can use dual cast or dual white magic to re-raise 2 units in one turn. And of course, both of them have Curaja, which is the best healing spell right now, and global healing magic, I mean. And both of them have the skill to revive all KO'd allies with 100% HP, and this is an ability. CG Fina's one is called Reverse Hearts, and Ayaka's one is called Resurgence. And both of them can cure all status ailments to all allies and at the same time heal HP to all allies with their own ability. CG Fina's skill is called Prime Heal, and Ayaka's skill is called Purify. And these are the top skills that you would want healers to have and make them great. There are also similar skills that they have that kind of do similar jobs. So both of them have HP regen that can heal 3000 HP split over 3 turns to all allies, and have different names, but CG Fina's regen skill has an additional effect to increase limit burst gauge between 1 to 3 limit burst gauge to all allies. So CG Fina's is an upgraded version of Ayaka's regen, and both of them can restore 50 MP to all allies except the caster. And in addition, CG Fina's skill also invoke an MP regen to all allies by 40 MP split over 3 turns to all allies except herself. And Ayaka's skill is actually given an additional effect to recover HP by 2500 to all allies except herself. Yeah, it's kind of similar. One heals HP, the other one heals MP more MP for the next turns. And both of them can cast magic twice. CG Fina's skill is called Dual Cast, which enable her to dual cast white magic, black magic, and even green magic. Whereas Ayaka's skills are Ayaka's skill is dual white magic. It only enables her to dual cast white magic only. So let's say if she is equipped with Barfira, she cannot cast both Barfira and Curaja on the same turn. Because like Barfira is a green magic. So in this case, CG Fina wins in terms of the casting magic twice. And here comes the skill that start to differentiate them a lot more. So there's a skill to cure stop allies from Ayaka. CG Fina cannot do that. And Ayaka also has a skill to increase magic and spirit by 45% for 5 turns to all allies. And another skill to increase attack and defense by 45% for 5 turns to all allies. Both Meditate and Embolden, right now in the current meta, they are somewhat useless, because in the current meta, your units can get easily a stats boost of 120% through the use of Soleil buff dance. Moving on, CG Fina can also increase attack and defense, this time by 80%, and it only lasts for 3 turns to all allies. It is still less compared to Soleil's dance buff, which has 120% buff, but the same skill, Divine Veil, it will also increase resistance to all elements by 45% for 3 turns to all allies. So right now, for skills that will boost all elemental resistance, Murray has the skill that can do that on demand, and Murray is the best one. And Murray's skill boosts all elemental resistance by 50%. And this one only increase all elemental resistance by 45%, which is 5% less, but it is still decent, guys. It is still gonna be really good, very decent. Moving on, CG Fina has a skill called Entrust, and I think this skill is gonna be useless because like her limit burst gauge needs 27 limit burst crystal, which is considerably quite a lot. And to be honest with you, her limit burst is actually really good, that it is gonna be a waste to use her limit burst to entrust her limit burst to other units. So it's probably a skill that you're not gonna use with her. And CG Fina can also support your team with Sexy Pose, a skill to counter physical attack by 30% with a charm. It only proc 1 time, and the charm rate is only 5%, very small, but when it procs, it's gonna help your team a lot, especially against the boss. And there's also an Honest Wish. It is a skill that will heal your entire party with a 800 HP and 3 times modifier. You know, like 20% chance to proc when you get hit by physical attack. And of course, Ayaka doesn't have any of such skill. So Ayaka doesn't have any skill that will proc when she gets hit. But that is the reason why she has another skill called White Mirage, which will decrease her chance of being targeted by 75%. So basically, both of them kind of have the skill set that will suit their ability. So Ayaka will get targeted less because she doesn't have any skill that will proc when she gets hit. And CG Fina doesn't have such skill, but you would want the enemy to hit her at times so that she can proc her counter skills. And moving on, CG Fina here, her LB Judgment Cross, it deals magic damage of 9.4 times with Spirit scaling to all enemies. Spirit is what you want your healer to have, so this is really good. And at the same time, the skill will also decrease light and dark resistance by 50% to all enemies. And she will cast Auto Revive to all allies, guys. This is a great skill, but unfortunately the limit burst cost is quite high. But 27 is still, yeah, I guess it's still okay. Yeah, you would want to use her limit burst, especially against tough bosses. And then there's also Ayaka here, which will cure her limit burst, Angelic Feather limit burst. I'd say this is the best limit burst in the game. It cures all 6 elements, it removes stats breaks, it removes stop and charm to all allies, it revives all allies 100% HP, and it also restores HP to 100% to all allies. Right now in the game, there isn't any skill that will revive and restore HP on the same turn except Ayaka's limit burst. So this is definitely a really great limit burst. Unfortunately, it requires 56 limit burst crystal, a lot of crystal that you may not have a chance to use it on a normal quick fight, unless it's gonna be a really long vortex fight or exploration in which you can slowly gather her limit burst, or maybe you can use Entrust from other units to Ayaka. Yeah, in this case I think they are kind of a draw because like each has their own niche ability here. And the offensive skills are what separate CG Fina from Ayaka the most. Ayaka has 0 offensive skill, and CG Fina has a number of them. So we start from Osmos. It is a magic, you can dual cast it. It's a small, deal a small magic damage, but it functions as a MP drain, so if you run out of MP you can do that. Ultima, it is a magic base damage, it's a magic skill. You can dual cast it, it's 2.8 times damage modifier that ignores spirit 25%. This is a skill that will bypass reflex spell on the enemy. And she also has Dystopia, which is a skill from Dark Fina. It's a dark magic damage, 2.8 times modifier, with a consecutive increase in damage the more you use it to all enemies. And this is actually an outdated skill, because like right now there are many other stacking skills that will deal more damage and can be dual casted. This one cannot be dual casted, unfortunately. And when you're using CG Fina, the skills that you'd want to use are actually the one below here. So she has Arc Punisher. It is a light magic damage skill with a 3.6 times modifier that uses the spirit as the attack, you know, like the damaging part than using magic. Because like when you're building a healer, you'd want to boost their spirit anyway, and this is gonna use spirit, so that fits perfectly. And there's also a Sacred Burst. It is a 7-hit skill. You can chain with Sacred Burst, light magic damage, 5.25 times modifier, spirit scaling to 1 enemies. A really great skill, guys. And even her limit burst also deserve to be mentioned here. It's a really high modifier, magic damage 9.4 times damage with spirit scaling to all enemies. Really great skill, and at the same time the skill will reduce the light and dark resistance of the all enemies for 3 turns by 50%. What it means is that when you're going to damage them with light or dark damage, you're gonna deal 50% more damage. And at the same time, yeah, it gives auto revive to all allies. And then she also has an ability that will counter with a decent damage modifier called Holy Retaliation. Is chance to counter physical attack 50%, a high counter chance with light magic damage, 2.5 times spirit scaling to all enemies, but it is just limited to 1 turn max. And the thing about her offensive skills are, I guess like the biggest gripe is gonna be the fact that she is a healer, so she may not have a chance to use the damage dealing skill, except for maybe her limit burst there, which will deal damage and at the same time cast auto revive on all units. But if you're a newer player, that is definitely a skill that will help you clear through some content. Kill the enemy, because like, you know, through the easier content you wouldn't need healer as much. And moving on to the Trustmaster reward, CG Fina's Trustmaster reward is Hairpin of Purity. It is a hat, gives defense plus 10, magic plus 24, spirit plus 51. That's a big boost in spirit. And the biggest effect of this hat is actually a ribbon effect. Resists all status ailments. A really great hat. So with this hat you'll save a spot. You know, normally you'll be using your either accessory spot or ability spot to use a ribbon or discernment. Yeah, so that saves a spot that you can use to put in something that's more damaging. And I think this hat is gonna be great for mage because it also boosts magic, although very slightly, but still very good, guys. And Ayaka's TMR is actually is pure white blessing. It is an auto heal, 1800 HP per turn, recover MP 10% per turn, increase LB gauge 2 per turn. So from here, Ayaka's TMR is actually best suited for support or tank, because like it will regenerate HP per turn, if you have something with a great limit burst, you know, some tank has limit burst that will mitigate damage, the additional increase in LB gauge 2 per turn is gonna be great to boost the damage fast, to boost the limit burst gauge faster. And of course, you know, when you're tanking attack, sometimes you're gonna tank attack that will absorb your party's MP, so your MP is gonna be 0 at that moment. So having this kind of skill will recover your MP at that period of time is gonna be useful for your tank too. Yeah, it's a tank support type of skill, whereas Lotus Mage Fina's TMR is more for like support and magician, and to be honest with you, all units can equip that because it has a ribbon like effect. Even like for an attacker, you wouldn't want to sacrifice an accessory slot or ability slot for a ribbon or discernment. You'd be better using Hairpin of Purity than, yeah, ribbon or discernment. I would pick CG Fina's TMR over Ayaka's TMR at any time. We are getting to the conclusion here. Shigi Fina has a better overall stats compared to Ayaka. Shigi Fina has the better passive than Ayaka. Shigi Fina lose in terms of status resistance to Ayaka. And in terms of support skill, I think Shigi Fina's skill is gonna be used a lot more times than Ayaka's support skill. Mainly the stop, because like not many boss even has stop or cast stop. But for Shigi Fina, normally, you know, for elemental resistance, it is a skill that you can use more often than not. In terms of niche, of course Ayaka wins due to her ability to cure stop. Offensive skill, Ayaka has none, Shigi Fina wins. TMR, Shigi Fina wins also because her TMR can be used across all units. And of course for versatility, Shigi Fina wins. She can support, she can heal, she can attack at the same time. So based on this, I would say that Shigi Fina is better than Ayaka overall. And this is my ideal setup when I have a Shigi Fina. HP 7333, attack not needed, magic 471, MP 453, defense 336, spirit 1022. She's gonna be a really great healer. She is also gonna hit like a truck with that high of a spirit. So she's gonna be Holy One and Tinker Bow, a single-handed bow, Hairpin of Purify. I know like I can get more HP through the use of Frozen Crown, but I think like status immunity is better. And Rainbow Robe, yeah, she gets more defense and at the same time she gets elemental resistance. She can get a lot more spirit through Robe of Forgiveness or Sarah's Robe, but I'd like something that's good overall. Yeah, additional boost and elemental resistance is definitely gonna be great for survivability. And yeah, Magical Crest, Jake's Pirate Ring, HP plus 25%, defense plus 20, spirit plus 20. You notice that this Shigi Fina setup has a 280% boost in spirit. There is 20% boost in spirit that I could add here, but I do not do that because I value more HP than spirit. That's why I equip her with Jake's Pirate Earring instead of Magistral Crest. Ability wise, she's equipped with Dual Wield, Adventure 5, Staff Mastery, Thirst for Survival. Yeah, she is such a great unit, guys. You know, especially if you don't have Ayaka or Telet, go get it for her. If you're rerolling, she's definitely the best unit you can get, better than Ayaka because like she can damage too. She can deal damage, she can chain at the same time with her limit burst or a skill Sacred Burst. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I would pick Shigi Fina over Ayaka at any time. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this video is helpful for you. Bye bye.